In this demo, our assumed user is an Agile team member from United Healthcare. User wants to create a test scenario to test that he can edit his coverage selection, and excellent choice, text is shown in selected plan screen. Here we would demonstrate the use of circular navigation to come back to UHC plan selection page from UHC selected plan page and then back to UHC selected plan page, where we run our assertion for the presence of the text. We would also demonstrate a test failure when the assertion fails. Let's get started. User enables TS360 browser extension and saves name for his project from project panel of browser extension. He then starts capturing elements to be used for this test. When he clicks on an element with tooltip on, the XPath is captured by TS360 browser extension and shown in side panel. User clicks on Save Selected button to save the XPath in his browser's local storage. Once done with elements, user refreshes the page either by clicking on a button or by simply clicking the browser refresh icon. On page refresh, user is shown a prompt to load the display page where he can specify his page level workflow. User gives a name to his display page, in this case UHC home screen, and defines his page methods, in this case check coverage. Then he clicks on Save button to save his method signature, which includes any parameter, in this case zip code, and return type, in this case UHC add members screen. Next, he selects the component actions from Common and Element Methods section. These actions are components of the page methods and together constitute the page method. Please note that you can sequence the component actions by dragging and dropping. Next, he creates page method add members in UHC add members screen with return type UHC plan type screen. Next, he creates page method select plan type in UHC plan type screen with return type UHC plan selection screen. Next, he creates page method select cheapest plan in UHC plan selection screen with return type UHC selected plan screen. Next, he creates page method clickback button in UHC selected plan screen with return type UHC plan selection screen. Please note the circular navigation here. Next, he creates page method select different plan in UHC plan selection screen with return type UHC selected plan screen. Please note the repeat navigation here. Now user defines his assertion method in UHC selected plan screen for the presence of str text. The value of str text comes from a user configurable properties file named uitests.properties. For now, we have the value set as excellent choice. While creating assertion method, user specifies his return type as Boolean as he doesn't want to further navigate, but just want to expect a true or false response. Now user is ready to create his workflow. So, he clicks on Create Workflow and confirms. Please note that you can directly click on this button from the last display page after clicking Create. Or you can exit the display page and reload the screen to come back to the display page and click on Create Workflow button therein. In the workflow screen, user specifies his starting screen and then specifies his interpage workflow by linking the page methods. When user selects a method from a particular page, if the method has a parameter, he is asked to choose the source of his parameter value. If he selects a prop, the value is read from the UI tests.properties file. If he selects a value, the value is considered same as parameter name. User can create multiple workflows. Now user creates a test suite, links it with a requirement ID, and selects his verification screen. Workflow method name is auto-generated by TS360, and once user selects the workflow method, the assertion methods available for selected verification screen is shown in the drop-down. User then selects available assertion methods. User can create multiple test suites for a given project. Then he saves his test suite's data and opens his test execution configuration page. User can create multiple test cases for a given test suite. In the test execution page, user selects the test suite to run. You would see user can also select SIT or a DVT for a particular test suite. SIT stands for System Integration Test and DVT stands for Design Validation, in other words User Acceptance Tests. When user selects one of these, say SIT, only the test cases within a given test suite that are tagged with SIT would be executed. For this demo, we assume all tests are SIT. Then all user does is click on Run Tests and relax when we run the tests and generate report. The test would be triggered in user's local device, which would have the necessary test bed deployed when user purchases and installs out product. The test is now over. Let's see the test execution report. User see the test report in his documents /test automation /app automation /test output /PDF report folder. The logo in the top left is customizable as per customer's own logo. Now let's see a negative test case to simulate a test failure. To do that, we would open UI tests.properties file and change the value of str text to something different. Then, user goes back to the test execution page, selects the test suite to run and click on Run Tests again. The test is now over. Let's see the test execution report. Now we have a failure as the expected text doesn't appear in the screen. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Check out TS360 DemoVideo5 for more such demos.